Welcome to the Friday after show with Lummy and Rhett.
What should we call it?
Well, I see it's titled Bubba Army Weekly Wrap-Up Show. I know we normally only do a sports show on Wednesday, but with Anna being in Idaho, we got a spot to fill, and we decided to step up and fill it for all the great Bubba Army out there. And thank you everyone for a great week. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I'm trying to get my chat pulled up here on the YouTube. Brad, do you have your little scout with you?
I do. She is on the floor, and she is giving this pig's ear absolute hell right now. Anytime I need her to not focus on anything, I just give her that pig's ear, and she'll go to town.
Now, that was one of the topics that was brought up today.
$10 from Gage Bratz on the Cash App and a $5 super chat from Florida Stanley.
Thank you.
After show with Lummy nonetheless.
And sometimes I can never get this YouTube chat up, but that was a topic that was brought up by. It was actually brought up by Dr. Dan. I'm surprised Bubba didn't give him a whistleblower.
So are you talking about the dog?
The dog. Because when you were walking in, I believe Dan said something like, "How do you jack off with the dog in your arm?"
Yeah. I don't know if it was quite his whistleblower, just because it was more of a general observation. You know, Bubba had kind of agreed and shared his sentiments. And I mean, like, dude, she's a puppy. She's a dachshund puppy on top of that. Like, this is just kind of what they do. $10 super chat from our guy, Brian from Philly, selling burnt DVDs out of the back of his trunk.
Yeah, used VCRs. In love with Penny, but hooking up with all the hot chicks. Where's he saying? New Smyrna?
Delray
Beach.
It's Delray Beach, dude.
Yeah, what do you expect? There's hot chicks all around here. All the people from New Jersey and New York all getting after it up there in Delray Beach. Have you ever been to Delray Beach?
Never, actually.
Now,
$20 from Grouper Lips, the best show whenever on YouTube and Facebook.
I wish I could see all this chat, but for some reason the chat up here is not working. I don't know why.
Wasn't Bubba having that issue the other day?
Yes, he was. Which I'm wondering, because it has hide chat, and then but it doesn't even show chat. If I hit show chat, it doesn't show it. And it has, I want to put it to the side. Maybe I can do that instead and get the thing and have it work. Nope, still didn't work. I don't know. I just like looking at chat. I like looking at chat. I reach out all throughout the show, all three platforms. Try to give feedback, listen, watch, see what's going on. But on the dog situation though, Rhett, do you have like a age that you plan on not kind of
coddling her?
Yeah, coddling the dog.
Yeah. I mean, she's 9 weeks tomorrow, so hopefully by 12 weeks she's not, codependent. I mean, having the crate works. Shout out to the merch crate for bringing me. It's the first crate they had for Bella. She has very clearly outgrown it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her little dog bed that Scout and Big Gulp gave me. I'm going to put it in the crate, put her blanket in there, and then see how she does. I mean, there's going to be a day, probably next week, where I even leave her at home. I just wanted to kind of, while she still is young enough to, I don't know, be what's the word I'm looking for? Be a risk when left alone. I'd like to
be able to be independent.
It just gives me peace of mind to have her with me.
So it is
not even attached to my hip at every waking moment, but just to like have an eye on her and know where she's at.
So Bubba kind of nailed it, and Dr. Dan nailed it. That it's kind of on you.
It is kind of it is a little bit on me. I mean, this is like I've had dogs, but I've never had a puppy.
I've never had it. I think my earliest puppy was 6 months old.
Yeah. So like, she's a little baby, and she does a lot of baby shit. She's teething right now, and that's something I've had to account for. That's why I got her the pig's ear. I have to give it to her in moderation, because if I let her go at it, she'll tear the whole thing up in like an hour and a half.
Nice.
But I got her some bones yesterday. I've had to get her some other shit. I'm trying to really get her good on potty training. That's another reason I kind of prefer to have her with me while she's this young, because if I can get her to realize, I mean, she already doesn't, shit and piss where she sleeps and eats. So she hasn't had any accidents in my room. No. But if I can get her to work and I can get her to, kind of just figure out the difference between being inside and going outside to go potty, like she's done pretty good. She's only had, I think, 1 or 2 minor accidents. She pissed in here once or twice ever, and it was like a very minor event. So
which when you're laying in bed with her, How does she wake you up to go to the bathroom, or she just doesn't go during the night?
She'll normally jump on me and like whine and bark, but she's been sleeping through the night. I changed up her schedule. She's on a little bit of a regimen.
Oh, nice. So you're actually doing that. That's good, at least.
Yeah, so my last dog, we had paid, well, not we had paid, my ex-future mother-in-law had paid a pretty significant amount of money to get our dog trained. And that dog was a dachshund as well. So, I tried my best to just remember as much as I can. And now that she's young, she's at a very malleable, moldable age.
Mm-hmm.
She's younger, so it's going to count more. And I'm just trying to maintain good habits. And unfortunately, some of that involves being a helicopter parent. And I'm sure it is annoying to see, but fuck it, dude.
I mean, the dog is so small that sometimes, especially in the dark hallways that we keep around here, it is a little harder to.
God damn. Sometimes when she's walking next to me, like I don't carry her around. When I take her out to the bathroom from engineering, we'll walk. She'll walk right next to me. She's usually my shadow. But like sometimes she'll get in between my legs, and it's hard to not fucking kick her across the room sometimes too, because she's just so little. Sometimes you lose her.
813-90-BUBBA 813-90 Bubba, call in. We will take your call here. Yeah, you've told me a couple of times when I've sat at the one computer I do the recordings on. You're like, hey, don't step back. And I look
Hey,
back,
watch your feet.
and she almost
right there.
She almost blends in.
Yeah.
To the carpet. So it's actually kind of difficult that I don't step on her, which that would be the worst, because it seems like she likes coming up and like nose in my ankle and things like that.
Yeah, she's a little too quiet, so she'll sneak up on you, and then you end up tripping and falling because you don't want to step on her.
Is Macho a dog guy?
I don't know.
Because obviously if
he's right there. He's running the show for us. Do you know which pod is his?
I know it doesn't have Macho on here, so I'm gonna say. No, but it's probably one of the mics.
Yeah, probably.
Is that Macho? Is he even available?
Yeah, he's sitting right there. I see him.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You want to talk? I don't know. He's giving me hand signals. He's doing the fucking robot back there.
Check. There we go.
There he is.
I can't find to make a label.
All right, there it is. You can't find scissors?
Yeah.
You still haven't found scissors?
No.
You got to use a little knife maybe, just like cut it up.
It's got to be perfect.
Oh, is that how you are?
Perfect.
Yeah. No, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect.
No,
I'm striving for perfection every day in the gym.
Because
he's a genetic freak.
This label that Rhett has on is pretty small.
Yeah, that one's screwed up. See?
Yeah,
Thanks for pointing that out. Make me feel bad.
you did that one?
Yeah. See?
Oh, sorry. So are you an animal? Are you a dog person?
I have 2 cats. I want 2 huskies, but I don't have the house for them yet.
So you don't mind Rhett's little,
no, not at all.
Little peon dog back there?
He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind watching her either when I need him to
cute.
every now and again.
Little puppy.
Oh, well. If anyone who doesn't know, Bubba has like a lot of these little labels on this, and Macho Man can't find scissors in this whole entire studio, which we used to have like 5 or 6. Well, hey, we do have a paper cutter if you want to use that.
He couldn't find the Cheez-Its a couple minutes ago, though, so these scissors could be around here.
You know what? Good point, Rhett. Good point, Macho. That is
I think
horrible.
the protein screws with your vision.
What we're talking about here is that we have the pantry and there's a box of Cheez-Its, and right between the show, we kind of wanted a bag of Cheez-Its. I asked Macho if there were Cheez-Its, and he couldn't find them. Well, right when you walk in the door, they are literally right in front of us.
I don't know how you couldn't. I don't know how you couldn't see them.
And it's a big red box.
Or maybe they're just bad for you, so my brain didn't want to see them.
But you took a bag anyhow, didn't you?
You forced it on me.
I don't think so. But well, that's good. At least we got that going. And Macho Man, you got a lot of things going on back there.
I'm doing your job.
Thank you, Macho. I
love it. I love being your bitch. It's great.
All right. Do you have any other feelings that you want to express right now?
Oh, no. You're a great guy. I really appreciate the support, and
I'm sensing the sarcasm.
I know,
no, I'm
man.
serious. I'm not trying to not be like a suck up, but
don't get too excited now, Macho.
You guys are good people. So
wiring shit up. Yeah, but hey, since you got to be here for a little bit, I definitely wanted to be able to take one of those pieces of the tanning bed out, if you're good with that.
Yeah,
after
we got to do that.
Perfect, thank you.
You put that whole tanning bed out
it.
there; it'll be gone in 10 minutes.
Oh, listen, I did a little trial. I was telling Macho, did you hear my Macho? I had this generator, this like small generator that didn't work that I got helping my dad, one of his tenants out, and he asked me to take it. So I did a little trial on it. I set it there Sunday when I got here for the goat report. I set it over next door on the side, came in, And when I walked back out to go look, maybe 4 minutes, it was already gone. And I mean, the thing did not work. It was all rusted out and everything like that. So I'm not too worried about that tanning bed going on the side.
Did we ever get an update? I think it was mentioned on the air. There was a squatter back on the other side of the fence. Did that guy ever clear out of there?
No.
No, he's still there?
Yes.
I saw that he left his shit there, but the last few times I had gone and looked, I didn't see any person.
Well, I'm going to let Bubba talk about that. Hall of Fame scout and Big Gulp, $20 on the super chat because I got to tell him that one tent down the street's actually gone. 727?
Good afternoon, boys. How are you? It's Nick the Gun Guy.
Hello, Nick the Gun
What's up,
Guy.
Nick?
Thank you for my holster you got me.
You are welcome. How did it work out for you? Pretty well?
When I got it, I had to go to bowling, so I didn't get really to test it out yet.
Well, the reason I'm calling, I'm working on a little project for Rhett and his new puppy dog, Scout there. I'm just wondering, what color would you like your Yeti dog bowl to be there, Rhett?
Oh, buddy.
And
A
would
Yeti
you
dog bowl?
And would you like Scout's name engraved in it with some Buccaneers?
Oh, yeah, that'd be bad. Did we lose him?
No, he's here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, that'd be badass. First
What
off,
color would you like?
thank you so much.
Of course.
$10 on the super chat from Gary V. Cantrell. Secondly, are you able to do like an olive green? Like kind of a, I don't know, like a
we have a
military
dark
green, but you know the color I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, if we have one of those, I can do that. If not, I think we have yellow, black, white, pink, and I believe blue, if not.
If not that, then black would be perfect.
Perfect. And you're cool with like some Bubba Army logos, the dog's name, and some Bucks logos on?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Do whatever you want. Do it up.
You got it, man. Alrighty, guys. Have a great show, and I'll see you guys.
See you, man.
Thanks, bud.
Have you talked about the bed Scout and Big Gulp got you?
Yeah.
Did you show it? Austin, we'll have 20 on the super chat.
Let's go. Yeah, I could show it, but the dog's in it, so I don't know how happy she'll be about that.
Well, let make the dog upset a little bit. See,
All right,
this is where you
let's
got to
fucking
let the dog go. I mean, Scout and Big Gulp gave us.
Come here.
They just super chatted us 20. So we might as well show all the great listeners that are watching us right now on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
She's so preoccupied with her elephant ear, she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, so let's show
literally,
what Scout gave you. Look at
Isn't that so cool?
Little Buck Stadium.
Little stadium shaped like a football.
Then you get the little picture of the dog. See, the dog didn't care, right? See,
Yeah,
right
look,
there. So that's what Bubba was saying. Literally, you kind of said, you're kind of pussified and you were scared to upset her, but you just lifted her up, showed the camera, and nothing was wrong with the dog.
Well, I also did not get this bed until yesterday. I think maybe I would have got it on Wednesday had I not, Paper Tiger called out. But, I mean...
That's an
she's
awesome
getting
dog bed.
Huh?
I said that's an awesome dog bed. Thank
It's
you, Scott
fucking,
McCann.
yeah, dude. I opened the box. I was more excited about it than the dog was. But she's really come around. She loves it. I put her little blanket that she sleeps on in there, and she literally chills. She slept for 2 straight hours today during the show.
727.
Hello.
Hello, 727. That's you.
Lummy, how you doing?
How's it going?
You haven't. You just began. You tell Brett he's just begun with that puppy. I have one.
Oh.
2.5 years old. She's a maniac.
What kind of dog do you have? Same kind?
A wire-haired.
Oh, nice.
Dog.
Yeah,
You have a
dude.
wire-haired?
They're little fireballs when they want to be, but I don't know what it is. I love them. And I don't even like small dogs. It's just dachshunds.
I
Like,
know.
it's just the personality. I don't know. They just do it for me.
It's crazy. But if you have that, remember, if they got wire hair, they got terrier in them. And if they got terrier in them, they're twice as crazy. And I cannot leave her at home. She freaks out completely. 2.5 years later, I got to take her everywhere I go. She will not stay home by herself. You've got to break that bond. We had such a bond taking her when she was a puppy. When you go to leave her home, woo,
Yeah, she'll tear shit up. She'll tear shit up. She'll chew through the door.
I suggest highly, because I started and I stopped a trainer. I suggest it, man, because that dog will own you.
Yeah, Brett, you can't let that own you.
Yeah, I will definitely try my best.
That dog will own. I love her, but the dog, some days she will bark and she will bark all day long.
Oh yeah, she'll
All day
cry,
long.
she'll whine, she'll howl.
Bark. Yeah, we tried leaving her at home when we first got her. We made a little run, put a camera, the whole bit, the cage, and everything. Went to the bathroom all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
When I got home, she was like exhausted, So that's when we started taking. They're probably one of the hardest dogs to Anybody you talk to say, "Oh, they're great dogs, but they're crazy." They're crazy.
Yeah.
They are crazy.
Well,
they are crazy.
Yeah, I think Rhett needs that in his life. He needs a little craziness, but we appreciate the call and let Rhett know what he's in for the next 5 years. Thank you, man.
Lot.
Thank you.
All right, man.
All right,
Good talking with you guys.
Have
Thanks,
a good
buddy.
one.
Bye.
Unavailable. Hello?
What's up, Lum? How you doing, buddy?
Great. How's it going?
Going pretty good. I'm glad to see you on, man. I haven't got to talk to you in a long time, and you got an after show. You've been doing so good, man, and I just been happy to see you have a little Uber. I've been watching on your Instagram page. You had with him and the baseball bat, and you're at the game, man. It just looks really cool. You look so happy, and I was just happy to see that. Happy to hear you, man.
Well, thanks.
I'm just. Yeah, I just I saw you and Tuttle at the last Twitch, the last 199 on Twitch, and I heard something about Tuttle and you guys, or maybe Colton was coming back in. I didn't know what date or when they were going to come back in. Do you remember?
They were trying to plan on something. I know Bubba's been slammed, so I don't think anything's in the works yet. I think it was Colton and Tuttle were supposed to plan something and get with Bubba and get a date. So there's nothing right now in the works that we know of. So that's on them. And the Bubba Light Hall of Famer $9.99 super chat.
Pow!
Okay,
But
and
just
and
keep
also
checking.
I just wanted to say that when the sports show's on, I do like it with you and Brian. I know Brian is kind of weird
Rats
with
kicked off.
sometimes, but you do really good.
Thank you.
Balancing it out. And so, and I'm not just calling the mark because you get a lot of shit. You got a lot of, I know how they gang up on you. I know about, you broke the laptop. It really wasn't your fault. I know I get upset sometimes too. So anyway, I was just calling. Yeah, you do need to love sometimes, Lum, because I know you get a lot of shit. Not from, I know Bubba's King Bubba, but it's not, they ganged up on you Wednesday. I mean, Brian and Anna were just sitting there ganging up on you, and you're doing your best. You did dang good, especially
thank
with
you.
a lawyer. I mean, Brian's in there. He's got all his smarty pants, 7-year degree, and all that, and you're hanging your own, buddy. So
I appreciate it.
Hats off, brother. Yeah,
Thank you.
and I'm watching you. I'm in there and Rumble and kicking everything 2 times, brother. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Six Runs. We'll talk to you later.
That was Bobby.
Yeah. Great guy.
He sounded
Great
much
guy.
more composed than the last time we talked to him.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully he's getting that weight down too, so he can get that surgery that he needs. But thank you, the Bubba Lights. I was gonna say we have a chat because Wolf with his $20 super chat. He wanted to know, and this is going to the sports side, is how do you think the Dolphins are gonna do, Rhett?
Oh man.
I mean, we kind of talked about it Wednesday with Brian. I mean, you got Dalvin Cook out there. Obviously there's a lot of interest, and that's the rumors that he's going to go to Miami. But if they don't get Dalvin Cook, how do you think the Dolphins will do?
I think they'll be the second best team in that division.
Behind the Jets?
No.
Because they have...
I think they'll probably battle for second with the Jets. I hate to give the Bills so much credit, especially when they have a disgruntled Stephon Diggs right now, just like they do every year.
Yep.
But they're going to get over that. Josh Allen's going to play like Josh Allen. I know he was the fucking interception leader last year, but he was still a good quarterback when they needed him to be in the regular season. So I think he's going to win them that division. They're going to get that done. But I'm still sticking with the narrative that, the Jets are a team that I look at, even with Aaron Rodgers, they're still going to struggle to get to 10, 11 wins with that schedule next year.
And we have talked about it, that they have a very hard schedule. Even with, like you said, even with Aaron Rodgers. I think when we did it I think we predicted them 9-10 wins.
Yeah.
And so people in chat that were wondering how the Jets are going to do, probably 9-10. I mean, you got to think the Bills, the Dolphins are improved, the Patriots, I mean, they're always going to hang around. I mean, Bill Belichick, like him or not, he can coach up a team and get them ready. I mean, they were 500. Well, okay, they were 8-9. But
I'm gonna be
they
honest
were ready
with you.
to play.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're gonna get DeAndre Hopkins in New England. I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but he spent a visit last week with Tennessee and the New England, and it was funny because while he was in New England, they canceled the last day of minicamp. And a lot of people say that every year Bill Belichick plans some big team bonding get-together trip, so maybe that's what they were doing. But it's funny that he did that while DeAndre Hopkins is in town, because that shows DeAndre Hopkins that Bill Belichick is a coach who does not like to practice, and that's 4D chess right there. If you're a guy pushing 30 years old and you're DeAndre Hopkins, and you go to some team with a schlep boy coach who has yet to prove himself, but he's running practice like a fucking madman.
Kind of like Greg Schiano did.
Yeah,
here in
toes
Tampa
on the
Bay.
line.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get every rep out here.
I have to prove it to everybody.
Yeah, I think a player like DeAndre Hopkins, I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but I do think a player like DeAndre Hopkins is going to be able to appreciate something like that.
And he would make Mac Jones a lot better, obviously. A lot better. So, I mean, I could see the Patriots. So, I mean, but the Dolphins, I mean, I think at this point, I think I could see the Dolphins getting 10 wins. I think if they get Dalvin Cook, I think maybe that goes to 11, 12.
I think the second and third place teams in that division are going to finish the year with between 8 and 10 wins.
I could see that. I think that, like, I mean, if you look at the East.
Because I think that second, I still think that second place spot, like, it's going to be a game difference at the end of the year.
Do you see 2 wild cards coming out of there?
Maybe.
Kind of like the East was for the NFC last year?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now, I mean, that division was pretty tight as it was. 13-3, 9-8 for the Dolphins, 8-9 for the Patriots, and 7-10 for the Jets. I think the Jets will definitely improve with Aaron Rodgers. Unless Aaron Rodgers is done, but I can't see that. If what's true about him not when they drafted Jordan Love and how much hate he had for the Packers and how he just came out and balled out for 2-3 years.
Yeah,
I can see him doing the same thing with the Jets.
It's kind of funny.
Year.
It's kind of funny too. Did you see that he vetoed a trade to New England?
Yes.
So I guess there was at some point during the negotiations when he was figuring out where he wanted to go, New England had made a legitimate offer and expressed real interest in going to get him. And
I don't think he wanted to play for Bill Belichick.
Not only does that speak volumes about how they feel about Mac Jones, but
I think that is true with the Patriots side, and you can see how Aaron Rodgers definitely did not want to play for a Bill Belichick like coach.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can say Tom Brady and him got along, blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, Tom Brady left New England, and there's always been that, like, you know, people said that it's, you know, Bill Belichick and him never, you know, they started not getting along toward the end. And who really won the championships was it Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and I think Aaron Rodgers didn't even want to have that on his plate. Yeah. If they do win a Super Bowl or get close, was it Bill Belichick or was it Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers' ego, I don't think, could take that.
It'll be the same debate till the end of time.
Exactly. 813.
So you're talking about the Dolphins. You knew I had to call in. Hot Carl, don't Google me.
Well, we know who it is. You just, can you not, maybe take up 35 minutes of the show today?
Yeah, no, I'll make this quick.
Oh, you're gonna make it quick and then have 5 points after?
One more thing before I go.
Yeah. All right. So, dude, with a healthy Tua, if Tua stays in the whole season and doesn't go out for a few games,
he's gonna win MVP.
We are going to win the fucking division. The Bills this season is going to fucking crumble the false fucking veil in front of the Bills. The Bills are going to prove and show everyone they're going to either be in third place with the Patriots in last, and the Jets might be in second, but the Dolphins are taking the division. We got fucking Dick Fangio, the freaking defense guru. All right, like it's happening this year, and I just saw a post. Dalvin Cook, he's in Miami. He says show up at the crib. He is going to Miami. It's just a matter of time, and I'm not worried about it. I think Josh Allen, he's a good quarterback, but I think he's the most overrated fucking quarterback. With all this shit, this is going to be our year. This is going to be our year. Bullshit. He leads the fucking league in interceptions.
Well, let me ask
you. When
something.
he throws the interceptions, he cries like a little fucking baby.
Well, who would you rather have currently as your quarterback?
Tua all day. Because
okay. Well, Hakaro, you just ruined your whole credibility.
All right, buddy. All right, take it easy, guys.
Come on, Tua over Josh Allen. Listen, I know you're a Dolphins mark, and it's perfectly fine, but you can't say that you'd rather have Tua over Josh Allen. I mean,
most accurate quarterback in the NFL. I mean, you got to give him some credit.
I didn't know Brian was on the show today.
Yeah.
You gonna argue with me on Tua?
No. I actually wanted to argue about something that may potentially be taking our job.
Before you do, I was gonna say we can go to that. Hold on, let me get the 641.
Let's do it.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brandon McQuad.
Oh, it's our fastest caller right on time.
Yeah,
What's up, buddy?
Fastest caller right on time. The XFL, USFL expert.
Yeah, the USFL has their last weekend this weekend.
Oh, are you betting the game still?
Yeah, I bet up to $1.50 on this weekend's game.
I can't. I fucking can't. I keep forgetting that USFL doesn't own their own damn website.
What's your season total? $1.65?
Yeah, it's about $3.50. I'm up.
Hey, that's a win.
Do you know?
That's a win.
When you go to the casino, so when you get out of there and you win your $1.65 on your betting, are you like $15, $20 down on beer?
Yes, so really I'm not up on anything.
Do a lot of people buy you? Do a lot of people buy you beers at the casino?
Depending on what time of day it is.
If it's like 1 a.m. and you find a drunk group, I feel like they're gonna love you.
Well, I can't really go there at 1 o'clock in the morning because my ride's always asleep by then.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So you're probably what, like a 1 to 7 type of guy, 1 to 6?
Daytime casino?
No, I'm from like 10 in the morning till 5 at night.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Is it now?
Working the day shift.
Yeah. Do you find like a lot of older people buy you alcohol while you're there?
No, because they only drink water. They don't.
Jeez.
They don't even tip very well.
No, they drink water and sit there and chain smoke cigarettes.
Off the
that's
slot
all they
machines?
Do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually did win I did get some free slot play because I played in the slot tournament on Tuesday.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But
what do you got on your mind?
Do you guys think Kirk Cousins is gonna have a better season since he'll have to pass the ball a lot more around the yard?
Oh, since Dalvin Cook is gone?
Yeah.
I don't know. It may hurt Kirk Cousins a little bit. Because, I mean, you got to think.
He's in his last season of the contract.
Yeah, and he's, 34, 35. I mean, you got to think, too, is that the defense would have to know where Dalvin Cook was. I mean, even though he is, 28, he's getting a little older. I mean, Dalvin Cook was still a really good running back. I think it's going to in the beginning, put a little more pressure on Kirk Cousins with him throwing it, 40, 50 times a game?
Yeah, Jesus.
I mean,
yes.
I mean, realistically, 4,500 yards last year, 29 TDs, 14 interceptions. I mean, that's a lot of interceptions. He, like you said, he's getting older. He's going to be 35 when the season starts.
You know, I think the thing about Kirk Cousins, too, is you obviously know what you have, and you know he's going to win you games. If you're Minnesota, he'll win you 10-plus games a year, which is pretty damn good for any quarterback in the NFL. But I'm surprised that by now they have not come to the conclusion on whether or not they feel like they can win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins. Because I feel like by now, if I'm a Vikings fan, I've kind of seen enough. I'm ready for the next wave of quarterback to come in, especially while a guy like Justin Jefferson is maybe a year away from being the best he's ever going to be in his career.
Yep.
You're going to want to get the right guy in there and figure that out. And I'm not going to say they wasted a year on Cousins last year, but it's just after last year and the way that things ended up, what was it, 29 touchdowns to 14 interceptions?
Yes.
That's nothing to sneeze at, but he was better the year before.
Yeah, he had, I think 33-7, I think it was.
And I think Caleb Williams is going to end up going to Minnesota in next year's draft.
You think they're going to have to trade up for him? Because I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to be enough of an ass bucket to get them a number 1 overall pick.
But do you think Caleb Williams will be the number 1 pick?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we're a year away, so to forecast something like that a little early.
And anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Injuries can happen. You can't account for a lot of that stuff, but I think it's a safe bet. I mean, fuck, you know my history of saying stuff on the air, saying it's a safe bet, so it could not be a safe bet. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, you know what? I don't know.
Not a safe bet.
I don't know if Caleb Williams is going to be number 1 overall pick, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Usually when I say something on here, the exact opposite happens.
And you got to think, too, with the Vikings, I mean, Kirk Cousins is he's pretty used to signing one-year deals. I mean, if they do draft a quarterback and they feel like they still have that chance, I could see him signing Kirk Cousins to 1 year and having whoever they draft, maybe they do take a first-rounder or second-rounder and have him on backup Kirk Cousins, because I can't see Kirk Cousins playing. He's got, 4 kids, and he drives his grandma's minivan or something still?
Yeah, he fucking drives like a 19. It's like a 99 Dodge Caravan.
I can't see him with his, 10 kids
did you
playing
see,
too much longer.
Did you guys see the trailer of that new Netflix series Quarterback? It is following the season of Pat Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. Aside from Marcus Mariota mysteriously disappearing at the end of the year, I'm curious as to whether the Kirk Cousins scenes are going to be the best part of the show or the most boring part of the show.
They'll probably have that little kid that dressed up like him be the best part of his series.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, it could be good though, because he could just be such a nerd, driving his grandma's minivan around. And it actually turns out good. Which, does he have a hot wife?
Yeah, she was pretty cute.
She's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, Kirk Cousins is pretty much driving around what you're driving around in.
No, I got 2018.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a 2019.
you actually have a nicer van than Kirk Cousins, an NFL quarterback.
Well, why? It's my mom's, but it's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours. Realistically, come on, Brandon.
Yeah, it is.
You just have a driver. That's what it is. I mean, you're a big-time OnlyFans star. You're a big star in the Bubba Love Sponge show.
Sir.
Your mom is just your driver, your chauffeur. You get taken where you want to go.
Yeah, thanks to you guys, because you guys are the best, and Bubba all the way, and Bubba for 2024.
All right, I'm glad we know your vote now, Brandon. Write it in with your Cobra. See you, Brandon. Have a good weekend.
Lummy, you know what?
Dude, see you later, bye.
Zip.
Lummy, you know what AI can never replace?
Brandon the Quad.
Brandon the Quad. There is not a Chat GPT program on the planet that could replicate that phone call.
That would be a really good phone call.
$10 from Brian from Philly. Name 2 teams better than the Eagles.
Well,
Kansas City.
Well, I mean, if you're forecasting the season, Philly did a lot in the draft.
They did, and they did a lot in free agency as well. I mean, they got about as good as you can get.
They're
coming off of a Super Bowl season.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
I would say I'm not gonna say the Bucs, even though I'm a homer. Rhett's dealing with his dog right now.
She's running off on me.
I mean, you could say the 49ers.
What with? I mean,
the Bubba Light 499.
The 49ers with who? Brock Purdy?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't say that. I would say if you had to rank Kansas City, Philly, and San Fran's going to be 3 every time.
And you got the Bills or the Bengals.
Are the Bengals? I don't think the Bengals are going to be a better team than the Eagles, though. I think they're going to be a great team. They'll probably win that division.
So it looks like Brian from Philly might be right.
Yeah.
Hold on, 248.
Hey, it's Bubba Dreams of being 2X. How you doing?
What's up, Bubba Dreams of being 2X?
Hey, you guys make fun of Cousins all you want, but he flies around in a Falcon 2000. My buddy's his pilot, so.
So he drives a minivan, and it's not even a minivan. It's a big van.
Yeah, it's a van. In the old days, but I think he's got a Yukon or Denali now, but he flies in a Falcon 2000.
Well, yeah, he was making what, 35, 40 million for a while there a year.
Yeah, he had those 1-year max contracts, but then this last one he signed, I mean, he's certainly not hurting for any money.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, Rhett, do yourself a favor, please. Crate train that dog, and you're going to create separation anxiety by holding it and carrying it and bringing it with you everywhere. I've had some issues with my mom. She rescued a dog, even on a rescue, and same thing happened where she had it with her at bed, took it with her everywhere, and any time she left it, it would go nuts even for an hour. So the vet they explained that they want you to do it in the crate, put it in there, and then leave it in there when you go places, and when you come home, let them hear that you're home, but don't immediately go to them. You got to create that separation.
Yeah. No, you're right. I agree. It's something that I'm definitely going to be working on.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, actually, wouldn't that be – I know we talked about it. We have talked about it a lot on the show, especially this week with the, 95.5 FM Allie, I think it is?
Yeah, not so live, 95.5.
Who pretty much
AI Ashley.
Yeah, AI Ashley. She actually pretty much lost her midday show. She works in the back now doing social media, doesn't have a voice anymore or spinning the records or whatever she was doing. But you were talking about the Brandon the Quad thing. You think AI, that would be a good call. If Brandon was trying to talk to AI, how would that go, do you think?
Man.
Do you think AI would be able to pick up on what Brandon's saying sometimes?
I think it would be able to pick up on the words, just not necessarily the mannerisms. What I was referring to is like getting a voice synthesis model to recreate Brandon the Quad. I just do not think it would be possible.
No.
And I think truthfully, this isn't my opinion. This is going to be the opinion of all the fucking snowflakes in the world that we live in. But I think the ethical questions that would arise if you start to have artificial intelligence recreate people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who might have an issue with that.
Yeah, because they'll probably say, well, they have a disability, so make them sound better.
Well, not even that. It's like...
Well, I mean, like, make Brandon clear.
Right.
Which it wouldn't be technically Brandon.
Yeah, like, if you're going to put him into a machine and you're going to make him clear, then what's wrong with the way he's talking in the first place?
Exactly. And then that's going to be a problem that now Brandon,
Yeah, I think it's a battle that you're just not going to be able to win. There's going to be people on all sides of it.
We'll get right back to that 651.
Hey guys, it's Jason calling right from the Minnesota-Wisconsin border. I just crossed the bridge, and you're talking Vikings?
Yeah, you hanging out with Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
I have absolutely an ass bucket. Send them down the road.
So you'd want any other quarterback besides Kirk Cousins?
The Vikings, I'm 52 years old. The Vikings have never done shit to impress me. Take the whole damn team.
Oh, well, hold on. You had that 15 in 1 year with Gary Anderson missing a field goal to end your guys' season against the Falcons, I believe it was. You guys had a chance for a perfect record, I believe. What was it, 98? Until the Tampa Bay Buccaneers completely stomped your guys' ass. I think it was like 45-21 or something and ruined your perfect record. But then Gary Anderson couldn't kick a field goal because that would have been a good little matchup. I think it would have been the Broncos and Vikings.
Yes,
that was the last time.
The Packers.
You like the Packers?
I live right on the border. I'm 10 minutes from the border. Actually, I just crossed the bridge into Hudson, Wisconsin, and I will much rather take the Packers any day. Not a Jordan Love fan, but
I don't know that, man.
Packers.
I think the Vikings are going to probably take it from the Packers this year.
Oh, absolutely, but
Kirk Cousins might look like a superstar.
Cousins doesn't impress me. See you later.
See you, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. So on AI, you were saying, we talked about it. We showed AI Ashley, who now is working social media, and people are saying that it could take a lot of jobs. I mean, what's your opinion on that, Rhett?
I think it really bums me out, to be honest with you. I know that AI is still kind of in the cute phase, but this is the first stage of us watching it actively take people's jobs. I know there were some artists at first that obviously were hit the worst, but this is an industry that's already dead and dying. It seems like they just want to kill it even faster with something like this. So in 2015, it was my senior year of high school, and there was a guy who did afternoons on 98.7. His name was Jesse Cage, and I was a mark as a kid for Jesse Cage. I used to listen to him on 98 Rock. I used to listen to him in the afternoon when he had Lauren O'Neill on with him. So when I got old enough and, I started to actually legitimately want to work in radio, unfortunately for me, I got in touch with Jesse. I had a studio tour over at Beasley, very, very formality type shit. But he was able to explain to me a lot of the stuff that I was curious about, just getting into the industry at that time.
And I don't think a lot of people know in high school, you were the football PA guy, right?
Yeah. So my senior year, I played football till my senior year, and then my senior year, I was up in the PA booth doing the play-by-play. But I was in journalism program. I did video production for 4 years. I really, really, really wanted to get into radio. That was my goal. And so I had talked to Jesse at the time, and this is almost 10 years ago. He had told me at the time, this is an industry that isn't necessarily getting any better. The club isn't getting any bigger. People are not making any more money. And it's probably not going to be around forever. So, I took that, and I still decided I wanted to go work in radio. So I have, and I don't regret it, but, I have come to learn that this is not the industry that it was 15, 20 years ago, and I don't think it ever will be again. And that does bum me out, especially now that we are watching in real time the human element be removed from radio. And there's nothing special about some people, who are on-air jocks who just talk between music breaks, but that human element, like when I was a kid, I thought that shit was cool. I thought it was cool to pick up the phone, call into the radio station about anything, and then hear my call on the radio. Like, that was a really cool novelty. And,
of course.
It's just like, it's stuff that's never going to be the same. It's bygones now.
Now, you brought up an interesting point. What was that, Wednesday? No, Tuesday or Thursday show, where you said about I think it was yesterday's show, how it may censor the way that the AI answers. So if we put in a full show and you take Bubba's opinion and you ask it about a certain topic, AI may say, I can't, you don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a voice synthesis AI. I mean, maybe you could if you had typed it out.
Well, yeah, but you have to type it out.
But if it's an automated response, you are not going to get an AI voice model sit there and cut a promo on, the alphabet community. It's just not going to happen. Because the way that these things are designed, the people who designed them made sure to put these safeguards in there to make sure feelings don't get hurt. And when it does happen, there's usually pretty quick reprimanding from people who see it and notice it. Like there was on Twitch, there was a 24/7 Seinfeld AI live stream.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of the program that they used, but it was, it was a self-generated thing that people in the chat could insert topics into and da-da-da-da-da. And it's back up. It's on like version 3.0 now. But the first one, it ended because they got banned on Twitch because
there's certain questions, right, that were asked.
It wasn't even a hot take. It was just like it was something about something. You know the topic I'm talking about. Since we are on the platforms we shouldn't get into too much detail.
No.
But it was something that was said that wasn't politically correct, and then boom, it was immediately made into an issue.
Well,
so,
but the thing too is that like it's not gonna be easy to replace a Bubba the Love Sponge or different like a Howard Stern with it, because it's not like a straight interview. It's not just talk about what's in the news today. Bubba talks about the things that are going on in his life, and obviously AI doesn't have anything going on in his life. Bubba from, riding the bike and coming across some random dude, or Merch Crick flashing her, on the bridge.
Yeah.
All those different things. And that's what the fans want to hear. You get an AI and it's just going to be so generic. No matter what you put in it, you know what I mean? It's just going to, it's going to give its opinion on what's in the news. But a lot of people like listening to what's going on in everyone's life. Like, Red, there's no AI that's going to be able to replace you being such a pussy to your dog.
Yeah, well, I just had to pull her off of the fucking ground because she's eating a little thing that very boldly says, "Do not eat dangerous chemicals." So, maybe it is wise that I keep her in my lap every now and again.
Oh, well, there you go. So now you're right. 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. So you're not a fan of it. I know Bubba's been talking about you getting it for the old shows and things like that, which is I think would be great. But you're not how many years do you think it's going to take to have them almost get this like down pat where you're not even going to be able to tell? 2 years?
Yeah, at most.
And they're going to just probably start replacing all the music DJs?
Probably. I think a lot of companies that are going to cut corners and are going to see the value in not having to pay a salary to an actual person, especially in an industry that is just losing money year after year.
And they're not going to have the bigger buildings either.
If just like these shitty sports owners, like the owner of the A's, right? The problem isn't the fans. The problem is not the people who intake the product. The problem is people who want to cut corners and save/make as much money as they possibly can. And if getting an AI to voice track some radio stories for you during the day is going to do that, and it's going to help you run a station at the lowest cost possible so you can put more money in your pocket, then yeah, I think it's just gonna.
Just like HS Bubba fan says, AI is not gonna have dirt track stories either.
It's not. It's really not.
239.
What's up, guys? Florida Stanley. Nonetheless.
Oh, hey, Florida Stanley, how's it going? Nonetheless,
pretty good.
You kind of upset. You upset Bubba with that comment.
I think if you actually put like a counter on it, he really doesn't. He doesn't think he says it as much as he
doesn't believe that
does.
he says it as much as he does, but I did think it was funny that when he got mad at your message, he was like, "You fucking asshole," and then 2 minutes later, minutes later, I mean, it's usually pretty funny. Yeah, because he's like, you know what, I'm just not going to say it. And then, I mean...
I'm not going to say it. I'm not the last.
That was pretty good.
You're lucky, too, that I don't think he recognized your name. Even though
but then your dumbass said, "Oh, you mean Florida Stanley?"
Oh no, I didn't. My dumbass said it on purpose.
No, I think he knows. I think he knows my name, my real name by now when it pops up on YouTube. Anyway, nonetheless, so this
this AI thing. Rogan talked about it a few months ago, and I found a couple clips about what he was talking about. They're doing I think it's in Houston. It's somewhere in Texas. They're doing a test with their main radio station in whatever city it's in. You can find clips online, and it's like 3 or 4 AI generated voices that have like a 2-hour conversation with each other. And if you didn't know that it was AI, you wouldn't be able to tell that it is AI. The only way that you're able to tell is because you're going into it knowing it's AI.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. After a while, and I mean after probably 5 to 10 minutes of listening to it, you're gonna be able to tell. You're gonna be able to tell that it at least floats in the uncanny territory, because I know what you're talking about. There was another version of it that I saw, and it was supposed to be a conversation between Socrates and Bill Gates, and it was the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
and it was awful.
You can definitely tell. But like the morning radio show, not the morning radio show, I think it was an afternoon test that they did. But they're just like talking about like random shit. It wasn't like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. It was just 4 random people that had normal names. You didn't know who they were, and it was all AI.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It is dark times we're living through right now.
Yeah. Last thing, I have a little Chiweenie. He's about 12 pounds, and he's 5.5. I had him since he was 6 months old, and he's kind of those small dogs. They're all clingy.
Yeah.
I don't take him to work with me, because I mean I do pressure washing and window cleaning, so I can't take him to work with me. But if I take him somewhere, and I don't even have to put a leash on him. I do because it's the law. But if he gets more than 10 feet away from me, he starts freaking out.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could take him. You could take him if you wanted to pressure washer. Just have him in the little grass or whatever. Or you'd like.
I mean, I guess I could. I usually take him to like a dog daycare. It wears him out because he loves other dogs. So the dog daycare wears him out, and then he just kind of goes to sleep when I get home. It's only like $15 a day.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well,
all right. I guess we'll see you Friday, but we'll see you in chat.
I'll see you Friday for $199. Nonetheless, have a nice day, guys.
Nonetheless,
oh
thank
yeah,
you.
buddy. Nonetheless, have a good weekend.
Talking about also what we had on the show Monday, the big news with Alex Stein and the whole WNBA thing. It seemed like that kind of died down once the full video got released. I mean, I know they're saying that the WNBA is going to be able to, I think, private and things like that. But are you kind of surprised on how quickly it died?
Yes and no. No, because I think as more time went on, especially if the WNBA would have just kept dragging it along, more and more people would have realized how ridiculous they were being. Like I think a lot of people. I think
that's why they shut it down. They didn't want it to look even worse.
They don't really want to double down on something like that, because it's just like Alex can literally hang his hat and say for the rest of his life that he is now the reason the WNBA strictly has charter flights, private flights set up for their players. Because I mean, listen, the WNBA is not the money machine that the NBA is, and it's funny because everyone who calls for equality in women's sports, who is more than half of the athletes in the WNBA, they're stuck flying coach. LeBron James isn't fucking flying coach.
Well, no, I mean, but the NBA makes so much more money than the WNBA.
Sure, but you would think that most, if not all, sports organizations, leagues, would at least do whatever they can to cover the detriment of their players, especially when they, beat their own chest about it as much as the WNBA likes to do.
So it looks like YouTube just suspended Alex Stein for a week.
On his prime time or his main channel? Because if it's on his main channel, I think that may be strike 2.
Man, I don't. Yeah, no, it's on his prime time. That's not good.
So is that channel just gone?
No, it's still up. I was just looking at it. I went on his Twitter. Yeah, that's strike 2. It says expire September 13th. He put a picture up on it. Ouch. He said
September?
It says expire September 13th.
Yep, that second strike is usually 90 days.
Oh.
So rumble.com/primetime with Alex.
Yeah, but he hasn't said it. But we love YouTube, obviously. But yeah, I went on his Twitter because I know he's been putting stuff up, and it looks like he got suspended for bullying.
Well, was it? I think I know what it was.
But I mean, that's.
What do you think?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm?
Yeah.
They were celebrating Flag Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's probably what it was.
No, that was a Wednesday show, I think, or Tuesday. Yeah. But I thought it was kind of funny on the
WWE.
Yeah, WNBA talk with him that he posted this on his Twitter that the Denver Nuggets mascot, who just won the NBA championship, makes 3 times more than the highest paid WNBA player. Do you think, is that true? Because it says Bleacher Report that the Denver Nuggets mascot makes $625,000, and the highest paid WNBA player makes $231,000.
I don't want to say I hope it's true because that's just going to support the narrative that
it's funny.
These athletes. It is a little funny if it is true.
But you know what?
I wouldn't have a hard time believing it was true.
I'm wondering if the person that plays the Denver Nuggets mascot is not a female. Because Raymond was a female. For
Don't
the
they have
time.
it's like a panther or something, right? For Denver,
is that a mountain lion?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Because the lady that played Raymond was making 6 figures for the longest time.
God damn.
Before they got an intern to do it.
Well, I knew someone personally who played the Thunderbug, and they passed that suit around like a dirty whore.
Well, but
you get paid like $15 an hour being Thunderbug.
They changed it up because back in the day, in the late 90s and 2000s around here, the Thunderbug was making 6 figures too. Cause that was in 2008 too, because I remember
they had to put an end to that shit.
There was a person that used to work here that I don't like to bring up his name that might have really screwed over Bubba, piss boy. But he was all friends with them. A lot of them, not the Raymond, but the Thunderbug.
Yeah,
he got the first Stanley Cup ring. He was, I think he was in his 20s. He was making 6 figures. He'd go to all the bars with the Stanley Cup ring, and didn't have to tell him he was the Thunderbug, to women. So he used to go pick up a lot of girls. But I mean,
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you think you could really score some ass telling someone that you're a mascot?
No, that's why he probably wore a Stanley Cup ring and said that he was a player.
Right.
I mean, I don't see anyone thinking it's, Ken Solomon was the first player. Sorry, I was trying to read. Do you think you could score being a mascot?
No, I don't think you could. Unless you did the coolest fucking halftime show of all time. Unless you skydive in. You're Jackson DeVille jumping off the top of the Jacksonville Stadium.
Well, I mean, Rocky, if he's making $625,000 and he does stunts and things like that, it looks like it's a father-son duo.
Rocky, like USF's mascot?
No, the Denver Nuggets. I guess that's
I was like Rocky the Bull makes how much a year?
Yeah, listen, that guy 100% is an intern.
I was like, what the fuck?
That guy's a student, and
could
Walker
cover
hates
his tuition just being a mascot.
Walker hates the Rocky the Bull.
Does he just hate like mascots in general, like people in costumes and stuff?
Yeah. We took him during Christmas time. Larry Park Zoo. Oh my God, I think it was Sesame Street.
For little kids, man, the costume characters, it's either like 110% yes or holy shit, save my life, no. Like
that's how it happened.
He just he fears for his life.
Oh, so now what he does is that when we go to the USF baseball games, sorry, I got a text from someone about the show. No, not Bubba.
Was it good or bad?
It was good.
That's good.
Someone that works there.
Woo.
Thanks much. He had a question. No, when we go to the USF baseball games, and after the first time he high-fived Rocky when he first saw him, and then now after he starts to cry, and so I think Rocky knows. I think it's the same intern, but he'll kind of give that little creepy eye over looking, like knowing where he's at, and he follows him, and he tries to hide if he starts getting closer. Like he's not a kid that wants to hang out with a mascot. Now, throw a couple cheerleaders or softball players or volleyball players or anything, girls.
Come on now.
That kid wants to get away from Ashley and me and go hang out with him.
Come on, he's not dumb.
I can see that.
I mean, he very clearly has motives in life, and you can see it as young as a year old.
That he knows how to flirt.
Yeah, he puts the moves on him.
Yeah, Henstar, the great Henstar that likes tennis and basketball for some reason. He wants to borrow Walker to go and try to pick up chicks with him.
That's why you got to get a wiener dog, dude. Just get a little puppy. That's all you got to do. So let me ask you a question. As we are kind of on the topic of child prodigies, I think you and Brian talked about it a little bit on Wednesday, but how about this baby Gronk deal? I mean, can we all agree that fucking dad is a loser with a capital L?
I am so annoyed that the media is putting that kid over. That they're making it a bigger story. It's giving in to what the dad wants, and they're like, they don't really clown him.
No, they really it's gotten to the point now where like I see a lot of people on Twitter now who will share a story about him, but it'll be a quote tweet with a picture of the dad messaging that person to try and get on their show, podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what I have seen, and it's more of a passive aggressive kind of trolling. It's actually really funny on the podcast that we do after the Bucks won the Super Bowl, or the week of the Super Bowl, we did a collaborative post with Baby Gronk. He had messaged our Instagram and was like, "Hey, do you guys want to co-promote?" Yeah, he paid us $100.
What was he, like in second grade at that point?
It was the fucking dad, but I think he was in 2020, so yeah, he was probably in second grade.
So you had the dad on?
No, we didn't get him on the podcast. It was just he paid for us to post a sponsored Instagram post. He had reached out to us and was like, "Hey."
Oh, I thought you guys had him on too.
No. It was just a commercial that had Baby Gronk in it.
The kid's not even that big, and he's not even that. I mean, yeah, he's in fourth grade. But what are we judging?
It's TikTok Marinovich, dude. It's going to be bad.
The kid could stop growing. You know, by the time he's 12.
I think it's embarrassing, not only for the people who give him media coverage, but these fucking schools who bring him out and make these graphics for him and say that he's on an official visit and, you know, really, really hype him up and like
talk about we're going to give him a scholarship because they're.
I just don't understand. Like, I know that it's the age of getting as much attention as you possibly can, and when you do that with someone who's already as polarizing as some fucking fourth grader. You know, when you do that, you get eyes on the program. Like, I can understand it from that perspective. But could you imagine being some kid who's, like, been playing football for 4 years, maybe even longer, you know, coming up on your senior year, you don't have any offers at all, and you just see this fucking fourth grader?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so stupid. And just like everyone else has said, I'll echo.
No, it's pathetic.
This kid's going to hate his dad one day. He is going to have just the worst relationship with his father once he's old enough to realize what has been going on.
It's sad, and then he's like, "Oh, in middle school, he's gonna stop. He's gonna go play baseball and all that other crap." And it's like, okay, like you already got it kind of laid out. Like here, I know you've seen it, but this is him on the bar stool, and like I know I can.
Was
tell
it a Barstool pod?
Yeah,
it was the one where the dad kept fucking feeding him lines, right?
After they would ask, and then all of a sudden,
it's just so uncomfortable. Was it a Barstool?
Oh, hold on, let me mute that. But then after, like, they would be like, "Oh yeah, that's so awesome." I don't know if they were baiting him.
I already DM'd her and asked her, and she said yes. All right, come on, man. Sit on the mic.
Hey, Baby Gronk, would you take Livy Dunn to prom? You think?
I already DM'd her, and she said yes.
Damn. What kind of tuxedo you getting? OG James Bond style or what?
Yeah. Nah, hey, say it again, bro.
Hey, what kind of tuxedo you getting?
I'm gonna get a Gucci.
Did he expect him to cut it out?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, what kind of tuxedo you getting?
I'm gonna get a Gucci one.
What are you gonna do, you know, to stay sharp and keep your skills up if you're actually not gonna go through with middle school and high school?
Just work out.
No, I'm gonna get massages. No. I'm gonna get full body massages by some baddies. All right, ready?
Like, is his dad fucking 14 years old?
Yeah.
You want to ask it again, bro?
Yeah.
All right, go.
I saw that you're foregoing middle school and high school football. How are you going to keep preparing yourself to play college football in this whole process?
I'm going to get body massages by baddies.
Anything you...
Like, that's just, I mean...
It's bad. It's bad.
And, like, I understand that they're trying to expose it or clown it, but I think that gave him just more, and it seems like people now want to have him on more, which I think is just going to hurt the kid.
Well, and the thing is about the internet nowadays, you know, the fastest way to get attention is by usually posting or doing something that is so polarizing that more often than not, people are just going to disagree with it. Like, have you scrolled on Twitter and you've seen some random fucking account that you don't even follow tweet something out that's like kind of a hot take?
Yeah.
That a lot of people are going to gravitate towards?
Yeah.
I mean, if you push the envelope even further and you just continually try and put as much eyes as you possibly can on someone, whether good or bad, he's gonna profit from it one way or another. And unfortunately, all of the slander that this guy has gotten over the last week is only doing him a favor because
he's gonna grow his numbers.
More and more people are flocking to go check out his Instagram. They're going to watch this podcast that he was on. They're looking for him on Twitter. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate that we sit here and we slander this guy, but in the day and age that we live in, it's the view count and it's the amount of people watching for as long as they are that's going to make you money. It's not what they're saying. It's just how many people there are.
Well, you know what he does for a job, right?
What, the dad?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking A.
He's a social media consultant.
Oh, he's an entrepreneur. He's just like Eric White.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
He's a social. He says that he helps people pay him to help teach the parents how to make their kids more.
How your kid can make you more money.
Pretty much.
That's what it sounds like.
Teaching them how to promote their kid more.
Yeah, and that's dude, that's borderline creepy behavior. Yeah, I'm a what's the word? What's the title I'm looking for? I make child influencers.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a child influencer.
I work specifically with children to get them more popular on social media. Like, what a fucking joke.
I mean, I don't know if this guy thinks he's a pimp. I know I watched it a little bit because I told Brian this too. The JB, the coach from was it Last Chance U?
Coach Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JB or whatever, Coach
Dick
JB.
slap.
Yeah.
Slap
I thought no, he had him on. I thought he was gonna really bury him.
Fucking dick slap.
Dick slap whiskey. I thought he was gonna bury him. He didn't, which was kind of disappointing. He seemed like he was trying to give him some kind of advice, but it seemed like he kind of marked out to him a little bit because I was hoping he'd bury him. But
and the dad is just
the dad said that he was a high school football player and that he did all the wrong things, and now he's going to show his son how not to do the wrong things.
Sure, he probably did all the wrong things because he sucked ass at football and didn't have a future in it. So now he has to live vicariously through his fucking kid.
Exactly, and that's what he's doing. And now he's trying to get out because he probably was a nobody, like hanging out and wherever they're from. And he saw this opportunity to get on social media, and he's probably, just pimping himself out too. But no one really, who really gives a shit what he's doing? So he's using his kid and probably hitting on all those, the porn stars or the OnlyFans.
All the baddies.
Yeah, all the baddies, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could say the guy's trying to be a pimp, but when we were walking in here, I think you said Al Pacino, who's 89 years old?
Yeah.
Has just had his fourth kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with his 29-year-old baby mama.
And then you also had, what's his name?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. He just had his, sixth kid?
I think so.
And he's, 100? You don't have any kids now, Rhett. Do you want kids?
83, not 89. 83 for Al Pacino. Do I want any kids?
Yeah.
Probably one.
One?
Probably one, maybe two at most, but I probably just one. I think everyone is obviously open to do whatever they want, but in my opinion, you and Ashley are doing it the right way.
Robert De Niro is 79.
Just have one kid, spoil the hell out of him, and make him as good as a person as you can.
Exactly, but it doesn't seem like Robert De Niro or Al Pacino feel that way.
Now, well, look at Nick Cannon with his 20 kids. He makes time for them, but I don't think any of those kids would say that their father is a super influential person in their life. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the son of a famous person, but.
How many kids does he have? Oh, he has
Nick
12.
Cannon?
He has 12.
12, yeah.
It's a little excessive.
You would think.
I think he wants more.
It's literally just a rib to him at this point. He has even said, he goes on podcasts every week and says he'll never wear a condom again in his life. So poor guy can't even pull out of the damn driveway.
It's with a bunch of different women too, isn't it?
Seriously, at least he's got the money to take care of those kids. But god damn, dude.
Now, do you think that's actually Pacino's and De Niro's kid? Do you think that cum is still actually working?
They probably made it in a lab.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they probably took a little bit of the compound that possibly came out of there and then just mixed it with all of these different chemicals and stem cells. And
because I feel like Al Pacino's just shooting dust at this point. 83 years old. He barely. I think the last time he was on TV, he was looking like he was struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
He there's no way that she loves him. She could be attracted to him. I shouldn't say love, but
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Look at oh fuck, what was her name? I just watched the documentary. Anna Nicole Smith. Hooking up with that oil tycoon billionaire.
Yeah, but
she loved him. She loved him for real.
She was saying that guy's dick couldn't get hard.
No, she wasn't. She loved him so much.
Let's see. Al Pacino, 83 and 29. Huh? Al Falabala, is that her name?
Yeah, I think you got it.
I mean, look at Al Pacino. I mean, he just looks.
He just looks decrepit
With his big hat. No, if I ever met Al Pacino, I'd totally mark out to him.
He looks like a human trafficker. I mean, he looks like someone who buys and sells young children.
No, that's Rhett's opinion. And
it is just an opinion
of the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Rhett is obsessed with his little dog, so he doesn't know what he's saying right now. But I just think that's kind of crazy how old they are, and just having kids left and right. I mean, that kid is never really going to know its dad, which is kind of sad.
And that's the thing too. Is like, I mean, there's always. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's obviously a huge difference between having an old dad and then having an old dad who is Al Pacino or any like famous person. You know, it kind of puts you in a different realm to where it's almost expected that you don't know your dad. Because I don't know.
Yeah, and I guess still, you got to know your dad. It's going to be.
Yeah, but this kid's going to know his dad through movies.
Yeah, through the Godfather.
Like he's going to have to watch all of these different dramatizations of his dad, and he's never going to have those real experiences. And it is, I had a friend in middle school whose dad was like 72. We were in the 6th grade. He was 10.
I had a friend growing up in middle school too that his uncle was 4 grades under him.
Yeah. I have a situation like that in my family too.
Which is
I have
nuts.
a younger uncle.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But I forgot this chick was actually linked to Mick Jagger when she was 22 and he was 74.
Oh, so she's got a type.
And Clint Eastwood in 2019. What type are you talking about, Rhett? Are you talking about just she likes old, decrepit guys, or just movie star that have a lot of money?
She just likes a saggy.
Oh. I mean, I guess, clap to Mick Jagger and Clint Eastwood. I take my hat off to him that, at 74, 83, and how Clint Eastwood's got to be like, what, 92?
Yeah, he's easily in his 90s now, 91 or 92.
But, I mean, congratulations, guy.
You feeling lucky?
Oh, you feeling lucky? I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, man.
Rhett, our first Friday show, which, Anna will be back next week, so I don't know how many more Friday shows we'll have whenever Anna doesn't want to do her Hummel show. We could always fill in. I had fun.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
I did. I had a lot of fun.
Thing really came on. And thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Let's see. Brian from Philly, the Bubba Lights.
Pow!
Woof Fencing, thank you so much. Brian from Philly, Grouper Lips. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I know there was a couple in the beginning. I can't scroll all the way up. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. We will be live right here Monday, 6 a.m. on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Twitter, all at thebubbaarmy.com. And for all your great merchandise, go to Bubba Army Store, BubbaArmyShop.com, and pick up from the cups, the coolers, the shirts. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. We will see you Monday. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.